Magdala kayo pag truck ang mumong.
Hello. Kapit ang pag-ulit.
Sige pa lang mangulit tayo.
Yes, ma'am. Kapit ko lang po.
Bigay mo na lang daw.
No need. You need a bag?
Malaki.
You need a bag?
This one,
Wait. Black. Give me black.
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 18. Yes. 20. 50?
50.
No, I don't want. What does that say?
Malaki.
No, give me the green.
Green.
Verde.
Ito. Yan.
Okay. 20?
Sabi ng alam mo.
Norms! Ah!
All right, we're looking at the video of my latest video, or one of my latest videos. I'm posting so many videos, Big E. Welcome to this morning. I'm posting so many videos. I don't know what's the latest. But it's a Filipino theme, but this is walking in Divisoria. We do walking, looking at traffic in jeepneys. And sometimes we do a driving video. the 2 days ago, I didn't want to get out of the car, so it was a beautiful day, and we got some nice footage in Binangonan. We went all the way through. It's a big town. It takes a while to get around there and get through. But we got it. We saw the Jeepney yard. That was awesome. There was just, I don't know, maybe more than a dozen, maybe 15 or 20 parked Jeepneys waiting for service for whatever they need to be done. Nightbot is checking out your channel right there. There you go. I remember when I took out the language because there was an error about counting your subscribers, but it's no big deal anymore. Guys just buy subscribers. I'm talking to Darren once, and he's like, I'm helping these guys. I'm getting them subscribers. I said, those subscribers aren't watching their videos. They don't even have videos. So it's a beautiful day. I got to turn the brightness down on my but I'll have to stop the live stream. Let me change this. All right, there we go. We're right here. We're in Divisoria. I'll have to. I hope the volume's good. But anyway, these people, with no videos and they have 30,000 subscribers, it doesn't work that way. It's not helping your channel. It was easier to get subscribers back a few years ago. Right when I got here, it was hard because they were cracking down. But YouTube don't really care about that anymore because they're not watching videos anyway. Every view, every hour of watch time is helping YouTube because they're getting a percentage. Even if you get super chats, they're getting a percentage of your super chats. So really, it'll come down to the community and the people that have and some the notification bell all. If they have that, even though I bell all some people, I think you're one of the bell alls. There's not very many, and but it doesn't mean I'm going to watch every single video. Just I want to see that there's another one. Hello, Jen Whistler. What? Oh, Len. I thought it was Jen. It's Len. I'm like, who the heck is Jen Whistler? he got a wife. I only have 190 followers on TikTok, but I get 5 to 20,000 views. Just the opposite of YouTube. Yeah, you're offering something that they want and they don't get elsewhere. That's why. So if they like it and they don't get it anywhere else, I don't do these. TikTok is short, right? You can't. What's the limit? 10 minutes? I forget what the limit is, but you can't really do long ones. I could always cut them short though. And I'm going to put the link is here for that video too, but you can just go to my main channel. It wasn't posted very long ago. Let me change. Where am I? I'll go back here. So, and I got to change that brightness, but there's so many settings. Oh, you know what I can do? Let me see if I can do this. No, that's not going to do it. There we go. Where is control panel? Am I still? Uh-oh. I don't want to lose the live stream. I did that a couple of days ago because I went back into StreamYard to look at some settings, my mic volume, and the screen went black. April does live streams on TikTok. Sometimes she gets 300 to 400 watching, but on YouTube, maybe, yeah, it's like weird. AI says that the best time for me to do a live stream is 7 p.m. But I've done some videos at 7 and I've done some shorts at 7, and they don't get as many views. They do get views, but not as many. If I post a short or a video around between 3 and 5 p.m., that'll be the maximum. I'll get I got like 50 or maybe even more old shorts that are still getting views. Actually, my oldest short, Jeepney short, is now pushing. It's on the road to 170,000 views. I don't have the million view video. I know a friend of mine, I don't know if you know Jack, the guitar player. he keeps getting demonetized. So he says, I'm back monetized. And then he got demonetized again. And as soon as he got demonetized, he had a 4 million view short video because it didn't look real. And it was, but it was, I mean, I watched it. It was okay. But I think it was like AI generated. And, but it was a goat on the side of a cliff. And it's like, that's not possible. And then he got 4 million views, but no money. No money! You can try wearing. Oh, wait. Let's go here. I never think about you, though, anymore. I gave up on that maybe 6 years because I couldn't figure out the log they were using. You lost me there. Wait. Maybe 6 years ago because I couldn't figure out the log they were. I haven't been here 6 years. The log. I'm not sure where you're going there. You could try wearing a pair of smart glasses with a camera for one of your walking tours. When I'm walking, I don't really look at because I'm not like looking behind me, and some guys do that, but and they're ugly. I don't get that. They're younger than me, and they look like my dad. It's like, I mean, they don't resemble my dad, but they look like maybe they're old enough to be my dad. The logic of what, our live streams? Yeah, that was just, 4 imbeciles, me plus 3 imbeciles, I should say. But I mean, I had fun at the time. I didn't really have a problem with them. That's why they were up on the. But then we would put the ladder out there and bring up more people. One time we had 10. That doesn't work. Yeah, I gotta get rid of that ad. I gotta skip it. Get back to the video. That's the only thing about showing videos. I won't show anyone else's unless they tell me there's something interesting I want to see. But there's no point in promoting other people unless they're helping you. But if they're just sitting here like dropping their link for subscribers, that's really not. That's not useful at all for anybody. Daniel Channel, what's going on? The most you can do to help yourself is to make videos and then try to make them better. Each one should be better. I used to get 50,000 view long videos, but they changed the rules, and now all of those are copyright because they had a lot of songs in them. Yeah. You have no right to do karaoke. They'll let you do it, but you're either gonna be demonetized or there's gonna be sharing. I think I'm a conspiracy theorist. The older I get, the more I hear about it, the more I believe it's mostly, maybe not all true. But I think John Lennon is dead because of CPR. Because I saw him once. It was on the, those old talk shows. I can't remember the David Frost or something. And he said, he didn't say BS. He was very, very well. His speech was very corporate. Not exactly corporate, but he didn't go off. Back then, you couldn't really go off what was allowable, but he just said, I don't think they have the right to do that. And speaking of CPR, CPR was pretty new back then, but it had been around for a few years. They started that like even maybe 10 or 20 years before that interview. But thanks, Daniel. Thanks for stopping by. But he said music should belong to the people, like whoever wants to hear it and play it. So you're doing them a favor by playing their music because you're keeping everyone's mind on it. I don't like especially Don Henley doesn't like it. I don't like it. And whoever owns the Pink Floyd music, I don't know if it's not David Gilmour and Roger Waters. I don't think. I haven't dug that deep, but whoever owns the rights to it, they don't let you do anything. They don't let you touch it. And there's, the people that own Prince's music was the same way. You can't have Prince. There's no Prince. There's no Rolling Stones live on YouTube, but you can play their songs. But you can't do their live streams because the major airlines own that, and they're showing them as movies on the airlines. So. What's this one? Did OJ do it, or was it his son? Or Marcus Allen? I think OJ did it. I haven't really thought about that in a long time, but I think it was OJ. Because I don't think there was any reason for Marcus Allen to do it, unless it was a conspiracy. And his son, I didn't even think of his son. How old was his son at the time? That was 30 years ago, 32 years ago. You follow me on TikTok. I'm not doing much on TikTok. I've got some videos, but it's not much because it's a waste of time. Thanks for watching. That is over. What the heck? All right. That means we're at the 16-minute mark. Yep. Did OJ do it? Well, we saw Nicole giving a blowjob to Marcus Allen, but why would he kill her? Is he going to have motive? I don't think there's any reason for Marcus to kill him and then help OJ with the white Bronco was Marcus Allen's, right? Oh no, he was in the Bronco. It was OJ's. So, but why? I mean, I didn't get that. I did not understand that. One of the conspiracies, but it doesn't explain anything just because she gave him a blowjob. Things are different here. The Filipinos are not the pigs everyone thinks they are. It's pigs that are doing these videos. It's unleashed. They ought to hang by rope. They ought to hang with rope by the neck. These guys. It's like, and they're always doing videos. They don't. I heard Calvin was a scammer, but he sits there like this, but he sounds very rough, like he's upset all the time, and he wouldn't answer my comments. So, Al Cowling, wait. Slow down when you're typing. There's no need to rush. But that doesn't explain their murders, though. Because you need motive, opportunity, and I forget. It's slipping my mind. I should ask AI. He didn't have 2 of 3 reasons for murder. Then he had Robert Kardashian get Shapiro, F. Lee Bailey, Johnny Cochran, all these to get him off. But see, it kept him out of jail for a while. A number of years, but I'm going to find her killer, and then nothing ever happened. It's like, think about this. Half of all murders remain unsolved in the history of record keeping. I never even thought about who owned it. I thought OJ owned the Bronco or his wife. Who spends their money on all those lawyers? That was crazy. And then Johnny Cochran died. Who do you think was the big reason he got off? F. Lee Bailey. What does the F stand for? Francis? Hi, Big E. Johnny Cochran said if the gloves don't fit, you must acquit. You must acquit. Yeah. Now, if the gloves were blood, there's 2 reasons I think that doesn't fly. And here's the one: you can choose one or the other, but they both would be the reason. It wasn't just a little bit of blood; they were blood soaked, which possibly would shrink leather a little bit. They would shrink when they dried. They would be a little bit shrunk, but also. I thought he was on cocaine when he committed the murder, but then when he was brought in, he had to abstain from cocaine, so his body may have got a little thicker. That's what you gain a little weight when you get off drugs, so that's possible too. So I always thought that was a BS argument. That was just, but it played well with the jury. Patty Hearst deal. I don't remember. I remember the times of Patty Hearst, but I never followed it because it didn't interest me. I know all I know is that he was well known. I did hear of him, but I didn't know the details of his career. He must be gone by now. He was old back then. So it's funny how some lawyers are better than others. It's not because they have any more knowledge. I don't even know if it's wisdom. People think cleverness is wisdom. It's like they make these arguments, they don't stop, and the only way to make them stop is to tell them cleverness isn't wisdom. And it's not. You can be full of, knowledge of facts and incidentals. It ain't wisdom. Bailey was her lawyer too, along with Sam Shepard in the Boston Strangler. You might have remembered that from your Boston years. The Boston Strangler was 1964. I was 7. I remember the top music was the Supremes. Diana Ross and the Supremes. Her name slipped me for a second, but and the Temptations. That was the music because we were listening to hit radio as kids. I didn't get to choose the radio. I was a kid, but that was the pop radio. Hit radio is the if you have a mixed collection of people, because I was a DJ, you got to play music that at least partially fits everybody. So that's why I never played Whitesnake. You gonna be Whitesnake? I get hit radio here, guys. I get hit music. What you hear on the radio on pop music, that's what I got. And I had some rock and R&B too, but I didn't. You can't just play anything at a hotel bar. You can't just do that. Bailey was her. I read that. Yeah, Motown in '64 was when the Beatles finally. They weren't even big yet. They were just releasing songs in that year. The Beach Boys were really big. They were right before my time, so I didn't. Thank you. I didn't know. I wasn't on board with them right away, but then in the later 60s and even into the 70s, they started coming out with all these, wouldn't it be nice? I should pull up a list of their songs. They had so many songs, and some of them came out in the 70s, so they weren't really known as a 70s band, but they had hits coming out in the 70s. So that, they fed me. They brought food. I hate eating when I'm on the stream. Because, if it's a collab, it's different because then the other guys can talk. That's when I let Darren talk. Okay. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Someone gave me a Holy Bible in 1964. I was 7 years old. That's the oldest thing I own. I still have it here in the Philippines. I brought it with me. I still don't understand Pet Sounds. I never got into that because there's no opinion one way or the other. I just don't really know it. I know of it, but I didn't really dig into it. Wouldn't It Be Nice is on that album? I forgot about that. That had to be, what year did Pet Sounds come out? I should pull a Brett Glasso and start looking things up. He would be on Google and we would be talking, and then he would go, I'm going to look that up, and then he's going to tell us a bunch of shit about it. Brett's pretty smart. He knows a lot of stuff. Dude, cleverness is not wisdom. A lot of guys hated him, but it didn't bother me. I just thought it was, funny. Don't ever forget, cleverness is not wisdom, guys. You had the Smiles album after, and then Brian Wilson had Never Break Down. Now, I didn't know that he was only the lead singer in the very early days, the beginning. I didn't know that Carl Wilson sang lead on some of those great songs. I did, and Mike Love. Oh, he had that voice, and then in live concerts, he was singing all those songs. It's like he had a voice that could handle it. So, and there was like 3 of them they all could sing, but that was just a unique group. I got my cup of noodles here. Did she put an egg in there? I don't know. They take care of me well here. Mike Love was the main lead singer. Carl Wilson did a few songs, and of course Brian did a few like Surfer Girl, but he did the surfing the Surfing Safari and all those songs, and of course, whenever I try to single something out, my mind goes blank. We're gonna do, let's see, the greatest song of all time, obviously. Now my typing, I could type 70 words a minute, but then sometimes I can't type at all. Nope, those aren't the ones. Help me, Rhonda. No, that's not the one. Why is my mind going blank? Let's go to the Guardian. Come on. I hate when they do these pop-ups because they want me to join. They want me to join. And they always had cheesy promotions. Oh, what's going on here? They always had, like, they wore the vertical striped shirts. That was a loser. Be true to your school. I forgot about that one. Help me, Rhonda. That's not even high up there. Little Deuce Coupe. Time to get along. Dance, dance, dance. No, those aren't hits. No. Fun, fun, fun. That was a big hit. Surfing USA. Do It Again was a pretty good song. That was on Ed Sullivan. California Girls was a big one. Oh, I didn't know that was 65. I Get Around. Don't Worry Baby. That was a pretty good song. One of the greatest B-sides ever released. Don't Worry Baby. That's the one. That was 66, so I guess the hits, they were no hits, and Good Vibrations is the number one song. Oh, that wasn't 70s, but Surf's Up was 71. I don't even remember that song. Most of the hits came out in like 65 and 66. California Girls, 65, number 7. I don't know how they rank them. I don't know. How do you rank songs? So, I'm not sure how to change the brightness here. If it's in my... Is it in my settings? I don't know. Where are my settings? There we go. Here's the settings. Let's check it out. Camera, no, that's not it. That's not it. That's system. Let's try system. Display. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's move that down. That change at all? I don't know. Maybe it's the light. I don't know. I don't know things. All right. What did I say about that? Good Vibrations. Good Vibrations is their number one song. I don't know. Number 2 and number 3, I don't know. Number 4, I don't know. Don't Worry Baby, to me, was one of their best songs, and then California Girls. So it wasn't a poppy song, like, get up and move. It wasn't any. Kokomo. I liked Kokomo, but that was a later years. If you're asking me what is the greatest song, I would have to go with Beethoven's Ninth. That's Beethoven backwards. And they teach it wrong, too. I got the tablature, which is like, tells you how to play the strings on the guitar. And it ain't right. And Richie does that. He did a little video. It's not right. And then there was a guitar, like, online learning. And he said, yeah, most people teach it and learn it wrong, but this is how you play it. And he showed it. And it was like, it was Danny Gill that showed it. And it was like, awesome. Made me smile. But that was a little bit different. It sounded like it, but it was a little bit different because the album is different. They don't give you that lead, I don't think. Their biggest selling song, yeah. I'm not talking about Smoke on the Water. I know. I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm not talking about smoke on the water. Beethoven's na 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 na. Richie Blackmore said that he was just fucking around with Beethoven, and he went, "Let me play that backwards." Oh, that sounds good. Let's work on a song, and then they did it. That was he goes way back, almost to the '60s. I think they started playing in the '60s, but it was really the '70s. When the magic happened, it was the '70s. So there's so much to music. With pit sounds around 65, 60. Yeah, that's when they were the biggest. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then they say Beethoven was deaf. How is that possible? I think he went deaf. That's what I think. What do you want? Get out of here. Get too many cats. We gotta put them in a bag and go bring them somewhere. Someone said, "That's cruel." I said, "What's cruel is they keep having sex and making babies. That's cruel to me. Can't have 50 cats here. It will smell." I wouldn't think someone would be writing music if he was deaf all his life. So I don't know what happened though. Well, he lived in what, the 1800s? I'm not even sure. He was one of the later. He came later, as far as the what do they call them? The composers. He was a later in later years, I think. So we've been here a half hour. I was doing the real streets of the Philippines, Jeepneys, traffic, everyday life, and then anything I could think of was to just show a video. But we get a lot of them. Divisorias. That's absolutely crazy to go there. And we got a beautiful day for it, so. What are you going to do? These cats are all over me. What's going on, guys? At least they're quiet. They want to eat all the time. All the time. I could feed them, right? They'll walk away and leave food in the bowl. That's how I know they're full, right? And then if I bring out like chicken bones and gravy, they'll like, ah! They'll freak out. And then they'll start eating it. They always save room in case the good stuff comes out. Yeah, we're not that hungry unless it's really good. You went to Beethoven's house in Vienna? And I went to Anne Frank's house. Yes, I remember Anne Frank, the deaf and blind girl, right? She was deaf and blind, and her diary became a book. I don't even know how she wrote a diary, but she did. And she was one of the last prisoners to die. She got ill, right? Isn't that correct? I think she got ill. Oh, I thought I had napkins out here. I don't have a napkin. But no, that's Helen Keller. And wait a minute. What's the Jewish girl in Amsterdam that was being hidden? She ended up dying in Auschwitz the day before the yeah. Wasn't that Anne Frank? Oh, so Anne Frank wasn't deaf and blind. Okay. Yeah, I am getting it mixed up. But I won't argue about it. When I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. So that's the difference between someone seeking truth and a liar. The liars won't back off. They won't back off. I don't even know if they know they're lying. They're convinced that it's the truth. That's really a scary problem. Right. So she was a prisoner right until right at the end. And I believe she died, right? She died in Auschwitz, yeah. Just a couple of facts mixed up in my head. Doesn't make me a liar. Straighten me out if it ain't true. But see, getting to the truth means you're a truth seeker. It's a whole new life over here. Days after I got here, Norma said, "You're not stressed out anymore. You're not. The stress is gone. I love you." Because we had 2 video calls per day, one in the morning, one in the evening. And I was always stressed out. I didn't even Americans don't even realize that, how stressed out they are. Now, you're living in Vancouver land. It's even worse there. You're in deep doo-doo. I did a live stream, and someone from Canada, and I like the guy, but he's so far from the truth. He made a comment on my, and I didn't talk about Donald Trump. And he said, "This guy Donald Trump, he's full of it, you know. It's all nonsense coming out of his mouth. That means that you're stupid." Yes, Ariel, I'm in the Philippines right now. It is warm. There's too much light here. I don't know why that's happening. I think it's because it's dark in front of me and light out there. So, and this soup is delicious. That's why I can't stop. It's almost gone. I love these cup of noodle soups. They're delicious. Masarap. So, masarap ng magluto mo. Masarap ng magluto mo. The Donald is killing it. Too bad he can't run for re-election. Real election. Well, they keep talking about the fact that he can, but I don't think he will. Nothing really comes to, nothing truthful comes to please us. It's unbelievable. And we know the truth from the BS. My own family, they don't know what the truth is. They think the lying thief Democrats are freaking helping them and that they need it. And then at the same time, they're complaining about their cable bill. You're watching news. So all you get with cable is fake news and make-believe. And if you only watch sports, they shove so much of that fake make-believe in your face. It's sickening. Like baseball gone woke. It's unbelievable. I can't even watch baseball. It's like a video game. And I don't like video games. Video game. It's cloudy. There's a little bit of rain coming down. It's not heavy, so I can hear it hitting the metal roof, the tin roof. I only had one cat go up there, and she fell, caught onto the net, and put a hole in it with her claw. The net creates shade. It dims the sunlight because we cook over. That's the dirty kitchen, so we cook over there. And it's easy to walk back and forth because it runs the water into the middle and then it comes down straight so that you don't get wet when you're walking across. It rains hard here, and it'll rain for a while. It'll rain hard for an hour. You get stuck out here. So that's the solution. Okay, that's gone. No more of that. Guys, get out of here. Get. Anybody want a cat? Come here. Watch this. Anybody want one? This is a little cute. Cute. Look at that. Now get down. We get big ones, little ones. Threw her some chicken bones. She's the smallest cat. She's even smaller than the younger one she won't eat meat because she's too young. But she went crazy. Rah, get out of here. There is doubt about who actually wrote the books attributed to Anne Frank and Keller. Well, the book is based on her diary, so we know that. So they were able to write. They were able to write. Now, if they had help, I don't know if they had help writing a book. If I write a book, I'm going to hand it over to someone that's going to read the manuscript. So I'm not doing it alone. If they read the manuscript and said, okay, I like it, but redo the last chapter or whatever. Take out all the F words, make it sound corporate. It depends on who they are. I had bosses that did that all the time. Do this, make sure it's done, do it right. And then when you give it to them, it's like, I don't like it. What do you like? For some reason, the algorithm is giving me some of Ricky Drama's videos. And some of them are a year old, some of them are 6 months, 4 months old, some of them are a month old. But I'm clicking on them to see what's being said. So when I do that, they give me more. So it's completely absurd. Oh, what a hypocrite. I was, if I could use one word, I would call him a hypocrite. Because he's making remarks about particular men that are expats in the Philippines, in Dumaguete, wherever they are, Iloilo. Right. And it may be true, but it's the same that can be said about you. It's unbelievable. And then he stands like this when he's doing his videos. It's like, why do I want to see your puss face and your boils? It's like, you're too old for that shit. And he's see, it's free to go into a mall. I think Cebu has Ayala Mall. He goes in there and he goes upstairs and then he does a video of his face with all Gucci behind him. And it's like, this is where I shop. No, it's not. You don't shop there. You can't even. Oh, unbelievable. It's unbelievable. These guys. I'm waiting for him to do a video on me, but I don't. What's he going to say? Because I hear he doesn't make stuff up. If you don't make stuff up, what are you going to say? Because I've not lied. I'm only telling the truth here. I used to do, videos with, real Philippines, but they want real chocolatey Cocoa Puffs. They don't want real Philippines. The expats don't want real Philippines. They want gossip. They want to know who's losing and who doesn't have any money. He's broke. Why would I make fun of people? I'm here to help people that need money to help them, and those would be called relatives. All Norma's family are my relatives now, so now I can't buy them a new house, but I can help them a little bit. When I first got here, Norma kept buying me t-shirts. I get so many. My nephew did this one. Please like and subscribe and share. He got it wrong. Like comes first. Well, I guess you can say subscribe, but there it is, that J Mike channel. So one of my nephews did that. And he's in the video I showed earlier. I took some old clips and put them in a way that I didn't have them before. So I mixed it up. But see, that was the early days, and he stayed in front of the camera. Like, dude, you got to get behind me. You can't do that anymore. So funny. So then we were walking in Binangonan, and he stayed out of the way. No, Taytay. He stayed out of the way. He did a good job. But I kept turning around, and then he's there. He's behind me. So when I turn around, you're there. But that's fine. Finally, at the end, we got on a Jeepney, and I said, this is my cohort, Edward. He helps me in a good way. So he got in the video. Mad Matt's channel is growing fast, but I think he will burn out quickly. No, Ricky Drama's going to take him down. He's doing a whole series. Growing quickly. See, it's just gossip. He's just doing gossip. And it's Mad Matt. That means he's mad. So that's not long term right there. I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 years now. in the first year it was live streams only. I wasn't doing videos, so I didn't really know how to grow. And then finally, I realized I did I was coming out of the dentist waiting for a ride, and then I said, "Honey, I'm just going to get a quick look at these Jeepneys," and we did a short 2022, April of 2022. So we hadn't been here long. And then it got 1,000 views, and I'm like, and then someone made a comment. Your video went viral, 1,000 views. It now has 170,000 views. It's my biggest video, the very first one. I don't know. Get into Google search that, and they have it near the top. So I built a clickable title. And I put in a description with words that everyone's looking. So that's what they're searching for. And it shows up. It's very near the top if it's not the number one. I don't know if it's number one, but when you search certain words like Jeepney, Philippines, Rizal, Manila, all those words, and they click on it. And it's only 10 seconds, so it's not, if they leave, they watch the whole thing. So they're watching it all. But I mean, it doesn't pay, but views are good. Views are not a bad thing. It brings more. The algorithm will bring more to your channel, little by little. It's not a big. Someone from Canada said, nobody wants to see Jeepneys. See, the West thinks that the Philippines is a third world country and there's nothing good here. But there are nice places here. This is one of them. We have everything here we could want, including privacy. Privacy and quiet. I'm going to do another video. Where can I get it? Oh, no, don't. It's easy to X out of these things. I need a video real quick. And I'll tell you why in a second. All right. Is that it? No, that's not it. This is it. Hurry up, Jay. Crowded. Okay, let's share. Share screen, crowded. Okay, let's do it. Oh,
museum exists to preserve what is worthwhile and valuable in our
hey, get out of here. All right, I'll be right back. Wala akong pera.
Overruns t-shirt 100, overruns t-shirt 100, overruns t-shirt 100.
Okay, that little kid in there, he just tried to blow up my video, but I decided to keep it in there because I wanted to show that's what you got to deal with. And in the previous video, kids trying to sell me like bags, carry bags, put your stuff in it. And I bought one for 20 pesos, not much money. It's not the money. It's just the clown act that, he's doing this in front of my camera. It's like, dude, that's not what I'm looking for here. Get out. They don't understand diddly squat. You're going to ruin your video. This doesn't realize I have I walk for an hour, usually just over an hour. It's so darn hot. It's hard to stay out there longer than that. And then at night, it's too dark. You need really bright lights to get the 4K HDR video. You got to have bright light. If you're walking in the shade, because those highways are perfect for shade. That's why they put all the stalls there. I don't know if this is the video. This might be it.
Overruns t-shirt.
Yeah, right overhead you can see it. That creates a lot of shade, and that's what you need to stay outside, but it cuts out the high def. It moves it down a little bit to the next tier of definition.
See if we have ATM.
Let's see. $14.40. So the high is $21.60. Can we go up there? I don't know. It might have trouble. So $14.40. It's a little easy for everyone to see it. So it's a clear down. You need more internet to get the really high def. When there's people, there's nobody here. When there's people here, everyone's sharing. We could have like 10 devices or more on the internet. I bought a t-shirt. It's awesome. We had some cool shirts there. I bought two. One was a Michael Jordan, not the uniform. It was a different type of t-shirt. It was a white t-shirt. And it had the dim colors on it. It didn't have the bright red and black. It didn't have that. But that overhead, that's the MRT, I think it's train, electric train. So that creates a lot of shade, so you can like stay out there. It's hard to put these racks outdoors like Sunday. It's Friday. Oh, it's the water. Too big. Too big. Hold on. I'll be right back. Finger licking good.
Hindi kapatid na bakla yan eh.
I saw BDO the last time. I saw BDO, but I don't remember where.
The guard said.
Okay. All right, let's go here. Stop that. Switch that. Wait. Oh, no. Yeah, all right. So we'll switch out of there. People are always talking about money. How much does it cost to live here? Well, if you eat that street food, if I go down to the main avenue, there will be street food right there. You know, you got fish balls, you got boko, you got drinks, Kool-Aid, whatever it is. Sometimes it's soda pop, and then you get the cold water. If you just eat that, and then sometimes if you go right onto the main street, they'll be cooking, whatever, pulutan, the barbecue on a stick. If you're just eating that stuff, and then there'll be a cart with vegetables. If you're just eating that, it can be cheap here, but 100 pesos for a designer t-shirt. It's not just t-shirts. It's designer. It's overrun t-shirts, 100. You heard that, right? So I can't even fit them all in my closet, and I have two racks, high and low. Can't even fit them all. Oh, give them away. Give them away. Oh, a little. I mean, not that many, but like Norma said, my cousin had a fire. The place burned down. They need T-shirts, so we gave them a few. And then I'll give one to my other nephews that hang around here a lot. If I give them too many, they'll have to wear them when they see me. So yeah, I don't want to spoil them too much because I buy them booze and stuff, so they're happy. When they come over to eat and when we have a party, they'll there's booze, but not every day. Just when the girls are cooking and the boys are drinking, I'll get a bottle or two. But it's cheap. Liquor's cheap here. We're not buying Bacardi and Smirnoff, and Jack Daniels. It's not like that. There's cheap brands here, and some of it's imported. It's cheap. Filipinos has stuff, but also this stuff comes from Chile and Spain and wherever it comes from. There's more countries than just America and Canada who are lying to you. The American media is lying to everyone. They've always lied. And then they put nice people on, good-looking people on there. It's like, this is for your own good. The Boston, when Mike Dukakis ran for president in 1988, I'm watching Channel 5 in Boston. And it's like, and I was going to vote for Bush. And Mike Dukakis was the governor of Massachusetts. Well, he's a good man, and we might win. And I went, wait a minute, we might win? What are you talking about? I ain't voting for him. I never watched them again, ever. Everything is a lie. It's like, why are you Democrats? Because they're sliding money over to you? That makes you a thief. I call them lying thieves. You know who they are because they always say, "Oh, both parties are bad," because their whole narrative is to tell you the other party's bad. So when they say both parties are bad, that's their way of admitting it, because they don't want to be alone at fault. It's unbelievable. It's not just us; it's everybody. No, it's not. They have to know the truth. So if you run for office as a Republican, but still deny the truth, then you're the same. You are a fake. You are a rhino. What does that mean? No, it's not, Jay. You don't know what you're talking about. I told someone the socialists are communists, and she didn't understand that. No, it's different. Yeah. You vote for socialism, and then you get communism, and then you can't vote anymore. Well, Russia still votes. Yeah, you vote for the party member. You're not voting to get freedom back. That's capitalism. That's not going to happen. That's what people don't know. They don't. My mother, 90 years old, doesn't realize she's been lied to all her life. It's not like that, Jay. Yeah, it is, Mom. Go to your grave knowing the truth. That you were never in the club. That's the other thing. They all think they're in the club. You're not. They're taking your money and your health. And then they're saying that they want to save your life by giving you prescription drugs and vaccines, and this is helping you. No, you brought in the gain of function viruses in the first place and fake meat. It's unbelievable. Marcos was in Vancouver last week. Yeah, he came to see a World Cup game, right? World Cup. If World Cup was important, it would be every year. And we would be following it like American sports. It's important. It's very important. The Celtics sold their team to a new owner, and they turned around and traded one of their best players. It's like, what the hell is going on? They're using metrics to determine who they're going to keep. Well, we went into deep metrics here, and we turned out that he's not really a good team player. He plays well because he's playing by himself. He's a dunk machine. I liked him, but it is what it is. You get one title, and then they got to break it up. I despise Canada's Prime Minister. What is wrong with Canada? Is everyone retarded? Everyone thinks they don't know the truth. Everyone thinks their leaders are wonderful guys. They're criminals. They're lying thieves is what they are. This is what we're going to get in the end of the world. You better get right with God, guys. Because if you don't, you'll burn in hell. That's what God tells us. He's not God. He's just a prophet. Why would you call anyone a prophet? Prophets predict the future. And the future's not good. But they give you a way out. Why would you not want to follow that? Why would you not want to follow the truth and a way out? The good news. It's not true. What do you know? Years ago, I was Christmas party at my family, my sister's house. No, my nephew's house, her son. And then one of my brothers said, there's more than one truth. I said, what are you talking about? I said, Democrats create all the issues. He didn't understand what I was talking about. Because I don't follow television news. That's not really what's true. It's not. It ain't true. They create a false narrative. Yeah, you only know what you're told, but you don't know that you're being told nothing but lies. All right, one more chance. This will determine if we're going to keep going or not. All right, ladder. We're going to call that the ladder. All right. Sometimes this goes well, sometimes it doesn't. Mad Matt. Mad Matt's fighting with Ricky Drama, right? Ricky Drama's got a big mouth. He's a professional. You're not going to argue with him. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But it's just some things you don't need to talk about. You don't need to rub people's noses in the mud. You don't need to do that. That's not nice. It ain't nice. Size, font, what? All these little changes on YouTube, they're not necessarily new. It's just a different way of hiding buttons and stuff. Weird. It's weird. Okay. What are we going to do here? What's this? Pop-out chat. What do you mean, pop-out chat? So if you want to talk, we'll prolong the show. If not, we'll say goodbye. I think Big E's gone. I don't know. What's going on, guys? How long have we been here? We've been here 1 hour and 4 minutes. Do I want to prolong the show or do I not? What can I do? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Oh, here it is right there. All right. No, it's still there. Oh. I see everybody has broken glass on their phone. Samgyeopsal.
For just $67, you can generate as many videos as you want and never have to worry about showing your face on camera or using complex editing tools. With only a few clicks with Clippy, you can generate a high-converting video clip just like the one you're watching right now. In fact, I'm so confident you'll love it, you can try Clippy completely risk-free. Use it, create videos, and if it's not for you, you get your money back. 60 days money-back guarantee. Sounds good? Click the button below and lock in your one-time access before this offer disappears.
Wait, is that your ex-wife, Anna?
Yeah, she used to look so lively.
Wow. Age really caught up with her fast.
They thought I didn't hear them. 30 years of marriage, and I was dismissed as old and out of shape. It stung.
Did you see Anna lately? She looks so exhausted. She told me she's doing intense cardio 4 times a week and...
Not too much more here. Paranaque? Okay. Looks like we're going to turn around. Your road. Your road.
Joke lang.
Angono. Angono go. Motorcycle? I'll give it to Alvin.
We adding?
Maybe. Go ahead. Go that way. Large. All right, let's see. We're gonna refresh that, right? All right, we're back. So Why don't people know what's going on with their own politics? Is everybody think communism is a good thing, or even authoritarianism? Really? Are we that mentally retarded we can't even run our own lives? We want everyone. We want the government to control everything and to make us stay home. I heard that you can't even leave the country in Canada because you're not free to leave unless they let you. Really? I'm glad I got here. It'd be funny if I applied for a ticket and it's like, you can't leave. You're stuck here. Better here than anywhere else. It's unbelievable how you have these authoritarians. And if you, I bet you, the person you vote for, you don't even know his freaking life, what he's been doing. But we do know that they're stuffing you out. They're snuffing you all out. And then they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the truth that your government that you voted for is stuffing you out. They're taking your money. You can't say anything. You're not allowed to say that. Zip your lip. You're not allowed to say anything. But we're free. We can't say anything. We can't go anywhere, but we're free. That's what Americans and Canadians, I'm putting you in the same boat. You think you're free, but you can't do anything or you can't say anything. Not allowed to travel. I can go all the way across the country. Yeah, you're still there. You can't argue with people in America. They don't want. They're so retarded. You're not arguing. You're arguing with the brick wall. They're retarded. I remember 10 years ago, we were arguing what's fact and what's not, what's true and what's not. And I'm told that I offended people. They're telling me that I'm offending them, and I was the cause of the fight. It's like, no, what did I say? All I gave you was the truth, and I'm offending you. It took me a while to figure that out, but now that was 10, 12 years ago. Why are you offended with the truth? The person fighting on your behalf, you tell everyone that you hate him and you want him dead. That's unbelievable. That's how stupid you are. You're all very stupid. You're all playing rule hockey in grade school, and now you think you know everything about politics. It's retarded. All right, I can't keep saying that. I just went off my rocker again. J Mike goes off his rocker. Cut that. Make that I forget what there's magic words to say when you want YouTube to make a short. I forgot what it was. I forgot. All right. Well, that's it. We're gonna make it a wrap. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thank you for watching. Wait. Thank you for watching. Beep, 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 beep. All right. There we go. All right. Thank you for watching. See you guys. Not as long of a stream today, but that's the way it goes. See ya.